celebrated head of the Nigeria Inspector General of Police Intelligence Unit who was recently suspended in connection with Hushpuppi fraud-related case, DCP Abba Kayri has been arrested by the police following new allegation from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, that the once respected police officer is an international cocaine dealer who operate with his gangs along the Brazil-Nigeria-Ethiopia route. NDLEA, through his spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, had informed the public that the suspended police officer has declared wanted by the NDLEA over his role in a 25 kilograms of cocaine deal which the NDLEA plotted a sting operation, and video recorded Abba Kayri in the act. Nigeria Police Force, in a statement signed by the Force Deputy Public Relations Officer, CSP Oluwamuyiwa Adejobi, said Abba Kayri and 4 others were arrested based on the IGP directive, adding, the IGP orders immediate transfer of the suspects to the NDLEA. The police press release reads: The Nigeria Police Force has arrested DCP Abba Kayri and 4 other police officers for their involvement in an alleged case of criminal conspiracy, discreditable, unethical, and unprofessional conduct, official corruption, and tampering with exhibits in a case of illicit drug trafficking involving a perpetual transnational drug cartel. The arrest of the officers was sequel to pieces of information received from the leadership of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, on 10 February, 2022. In line with standard administrative procedure of the force, the Inspector General of Police ordered a high-level, discreet, and in-house investigation into the allegations. The interim investigations report revealed that two international drug couriers identified as Chibuna Patrick Umaib and Emeka Alphonsus, both males, were arrested at Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu on 19 January, 2022 upon their arrival from Addis Ababa aboard an Ethiopian Airlines flight ET-917. The arrest led to the recovery of substantial quantity of powdery substance suspected to be cocaine from the 2 narcotic couriers. The operation, which was intelligence-driven, was undertaken by a unit of the Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT. Although the case and the 2 suspects were subsequently transferred to the NDLEA on 25 January, 2022, the findings of the in-house investigation ordered by the Inspector General of Police established reasonable grounds for strong suspicion that the IRT officers involved in the operation could have been involved in some underhand and unprofessional dealings as well as official corruption which compromised ethical standards in their dealings with the suspects and exhibits recovered. Beyond this, the police investigation also established that the international narcotics cartel involved in this case have strong ties with some officers of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu, who are on their payroll. The 2 arrested drug couriers confirmed that the modus is for the transnational drug barons to conspire with NDLEA officers on duty and send them their pre-boarding photographs for identification, seamless clearance, and unhindered passage out of the airport with the narcotics being trafficked. The 2 arrested drug couriers also confirmed that they have been enjoying this relationship with NDLEA officers at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport since 2021 and had in this instant case of 19 January, 2022, been identified and cleared by the NDLEA officers as customary, having received their pre-departure photographs and other details prior to their arrival in Enugu, and were on their way out with the narcotics when they were apprehended by the police. The police investigations report also indicted DCP Abba Kayri, who had been on suspension for his alleged involvement in a different fraud case being investigated by the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, for complicity in the allegation of official corruption, tampering with narcotics exhibit, and sundry unprofessional conducts that negate the standard administrative and investigative protocols of the force as well as extant criminal laws. It is to be emphasized that DCP Abba Kayri's involvement in these allegations occurred while his suspension from service was subsisting. Picture shows Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba. On the strength of the findings of the in-house police investigation panel, the Inspector General of Police has ordered the immediate arrest and transfer of all the indicted police officers to the NDLEA authorities for conclusive investigation, while appropriate disciplinary actions are also being initiated against them by the force leadership. The concerned officers include DCP Abba Kayri, ACP Sunday Ubua, ASP Bawa James, ASP John Umoro, at large, Inspector Simon Agrippa, and John Nuhu. They have all been, accordingly, handed over today, 14 February, 2022, to the NDLEA authorities. In so doing, The Inspector General of Police has also formally requested that the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency should ensure the identification, arrest and investigation of the agency's officers who have also been found to be colluding with the international drug cartel involved in this case towards advancing the anti-narcotics agenda of the federal government. The Inspector General of Police assures the public of his administration's commitment to upholding the tenets and values of policing in line with the agenda of ethical regeneration, restoration of professional standard, enhancement of the anti-corruption drive, respect for the rule of law and interagency collaboration in the drive to stabilize the internal security order of the country.